To be fair, this vehicle's interior takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, it's actually quite appealing. There's many other vehicles of the same model I've been in, different colour scheme, and it doesn't work. The fact is, this part here is ugly, and I don't think it looks very modern at all. It kind of looks like two dashboards put together. But this two-tone effect seems to work very nicely indeed. The visibility in the rear window, it's surprising for a vehicle this size. There isn't actually a lot of window there. For some reason the colour scheme in this car seems to work a lot better than in other BMWs with the same interior. It's the fact that this double peak bit here is rather ugly. Visibility of the dials is not bad, although the top of the steering wheel is blocking the dials. This car is very smooth, but it's a bit of a noisy car with the old bumps on the road. The brakes are lovely. Oh, they're razor sharp, man! I tell you, this thing could stop a tank in its tracks. It feels a very powerful vehicle, although it's not. It's got a real torquey sensation to it. Visibility around the car is very good, although I would have to say the rear view through the mirror is actually quite a small window, but I suppose at the end of the day there's got to be concessions in every vehicle. The steering on the car is not what one would expect. It feels like there's a bit of a lag when you turn the steering. It's almost like an anaesthetised effect. Quite peculiar, this. It's not because it's a long wheelbase car, but there is actually a bit of room in the steering wheel before it actually moves anywhere at all, and that could be a problem for emergency swerving, etc, etc. It's a bit annoying that in a modern vehicle you got all these obstructions and you can't see the dials. I mean, what's the point in having them if you can't see them? All the places to put the speedo dial, and it's stuck somewhere behind the steering wheel. This car could comfortably sit 4 passengers. You've got so much room. I'm 6'2", going on 6'3", and I have got enough room above my head for probably, well, the best part of 7 inches, which is quite remarkable, really. Driving position is fantastic, very laid back. Really feel like you're part of the car and everything's at the right level, rather than having the steering wheel drop down. The noise from the engine, well, I mean, you hardly hear the engine at all. It's really quite beautiful. A lot of people have problems with the indicators on these new BMWs because they don't realise that you have to repeat the movement to cancel them. But once you figure that out, they don't become anywhere near as irritating as they have been. This does pull like a train, this BMW. It's not by any means a road rocket, but it does feel nice and torquey. I would be more than comfortable to tow something with this vehicle, like a caravan, or maybe even a little bit more actually. It does feel like it's quite a powerful car. By no means a mean machine, but it will certainly go if it has to. You need to have that power. The power can get you out of trouble. It's not just overtaking a lorry on a motorway. It can also be at a roundabout. You pull out a roundabout and suddenly a car comes zooming round the bend. You've got to get out the way. You can't get out the way if you've got no power. It's a nicely put together car, this. I don't think the design of this vehicle is going to appeal to a lot of people because, generally speaking, it is ugly inside and out, but it's a great drive. Only thing that seems a bit suspect with me is the steering. The steering is not as sharp and as responsive as I would have liked.